Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. Rise and shine. It is day 3, and I'm excited because, man, listen, God has been good to me. God's been good to you. And I want you to get up with determination. You've got some work to do today. Come on. You've got some work to do today. I've got some work to do today. Okay, we've all got some work to do today. On last night, we celebrated Effective Living anniversary, 5 years of doing what we've been doing. Now it's time to crank it up. Now it's time to crank it up. Come on. No more playing small. No more being afraid of coming out of the gate. This is our time. This is our season. It is up to us to maximize our potential so God can be glorified. So I am so grateful. I am so grateful to the individuals who came out on last night and celebrated with me and shared their message of empowerment and encouragement. Hats off to you. I'm so grateful to Brady Robinson, who always delivers, comes and show up. Brady has been doing it for me for a while now, and I so appreciate you, Brady. You are awesome. Jocelyn showed up and shared her effective living journey. Then Miss Cynthia Ferguson, listen, rock stars in my life. I appreciate you all so much. Kendrick, Maria, our other speakers, Derek, Tamika Denise, Isaiah. Man, oh man, last night was incredible. Now, here's what I know. Life is about growing. It's about evolving. It's about assessing. It's about identifying what can I do to make sure that my life is a reflection of what God is wanting me to do. And so I'm celebrating today. I'm celebrating this week. I'm taking some time to reflect. And I'm saying it's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. And so I'm giving a major reflection for us as an organization. I'm asking God, what do we do next? I want to take it to the next level. I want to spend my time building effective living. I want to spend my time coaching one-on-one, helping people to figure out how to bring the pieces together. I want to spend my time on stages, empowering and challenging individuals to raise the bar and not settle. Over the next 6 months, as we move into finishing this year strong, my goal is to bring effective living out of the shadows and into the main light, into the main forefront of it all, where people realize there is an entity here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Individuals in the Bahamas realize there's a brother from the islands who has made a commitment to help people figure it out. It's figuring out the combination to the lock. And once you figure out the numbers, nobody can stop you from opening that lock. And I'm telling you, this is our time. This is our season. And so I'm so grateful for those who have heard the message, those who have made a commitment to join me on this effective living journey. Listen, I learned 5 things, and that's what I want to talk about this morning. 5 things that I've learned along the way. We're going to talk about these 5 lessons, and I believe they will transform any life. They will transform any organization if we, as individuals, lean into them. Let me tell you something. The race is not for the swift, neither the battle for the strong, but those who endure to the end. If you know me, and if you've known me for a while, you would have known I'm a pacer. Okay, I'm a pacer. I play the long game. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to win. When it's all said and done, I'm going to win. And that's what you need to declare this morning. When it's all said and done, I'm going to win. When it's all said and done, God is going to be glorified. What are the principles that I learned over the last 5 years? Number 1, write this down. Number 1, the power of consistency. The power of consistency. My company is not as big as I want it to be right now. My company is not helping as much people as I would want it to help right now. My company is not on all of the stages that I would like for it to be on right now. When I say my company, I say my ministry. I'm saying my organization. I'm saying the entity that God has called me to build. It's called Effective Living. Effective Living LLC, it's an organization, it's a company that's been called to serve humanity, to reflect on where they are when it comes to faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. The power of consistency. Consistency is key to lasting change. Okay? Consistency is key to lasting change. Small, consistent action leads to significant transformation over time. But there are so many people, man, listen, they start and they stop. They start and they stop. They start and they stop. And let me tell you something. Along the way, we've been chipping at it. We've been chipping at it. We've been chipping at it. You know, when the pandemic came, we pivoted and saw a shift happen. And 2020 was sort of my best year because we went virtual and we connected with all of these different webinars and sessions that I did, that God really blessed me and allowed me to know I don't need to go back to the past. I don't need to go back to what I did prior to starting Effective Living. No, you need to lean into this. 2021 came in, Effective Living kept on working. We started doing in-person session. 2022 came in, man, listen, we cranked it up, but then it started to shift from being virtual to also being in person. 2023 came in, started to be very significant. I started reflecting and looking at, okay, what am I doing and how am I going to do this? And I started to feel stuck for a moment. Didn't really grow in 2023. 2024 came in and I found myself saying either I choose to crank it up and give it my all or throw in the towel. Yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am. It's either all or nothing. It's all or nothing. 2024 is the year where I realized, boy, Miller, you've been consistent. I've done over 500 live sessions. I've done virtual sessions on main stages. I've gone and do keynote sessions. I've spoken to churches all across this country. I've written a book and the book is all over the world. I've even gone and made sure that book is on Audible so people now can listen to it while they're driving. Effective Living is doing its thing, but it's been doing it for a long time, small. And that's okay. Little is much when God is in it. And I believe that it's important that we despise not the day of small beginning. I've taught my clients and I've seen a lot of people made massive adjustments because the adjustments that has to be made oftentimes has to be made because we have to unlearn what we should have never learned. And so the whole concept of consistently showing up in the mornings, watching the virtual session, my group sessions in the morning, they were just as transformational for me as they were for the people who were in the session. So I'm so appreciative to the people who said, I'm going to show up every morning, coach, and I'm going to be involved in getting this concept of effective living. I want to live at another level. That's really what it's all about. As I want to live at another level. The power of consistency is for faith, family, finance, fitness, and fun. I want it all. So after the power of consistency, which I've learned over this next year, the other thing I've learned is the importance of a support system. The importance of a support system. Write that down. You need a support system. Having a strong support system is critical to effective living. Surrounding yourself with positive, like-minded individuals who will encourage you and uplift you. Oh man, it is a difference maker. Okay, it is a difference maker. And so with this being said, I have to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Karen, who, man, let me tell you something. She has told me it's time to roar. It's time for you to raise the bar. It's time for you to go after all that God has placed within your heart. It's time for you to show up and deliver. Let me say it again. It's time for you to show up and deliver. The importance of a support system. I cannot speak without telling people we're stronger together. I cannot speak without reminding people if you're not doing life with a support system, you're doing life wrong. You're doing life wrong. So hats off to my wife, hats off to my team, the individuals who have come along and says, Miller, I'm on this journey with you. There are individuals who have chosen to join us on the Effective Living Cruise, where we've gone to the Bahamas and really tore it up, man. We had shifted the game and did something a little bit different than what has been done in times past. Now, I know the best is yet to come. I know the best is yet to come. And I'm grateful for my support system. You need a support system. If you've been called to do something significant in the earth, you are going to need people. I find it sad. I find it sad when I meet people who aren't interested in people. I find it sad when I meet people who don't understand the importance of community. You need a tribe. And that's why hats off to Megs. I love Megs because Megs believe in a tribe, man. Megs believe in having, listen, a support system. She is not alone. And I love it when I meet people. Isaiah, the brother, man, from We Connected, I realized this brother came into the DFW and he is making an impact. He's choosing to raise the bar and be a game changer. And I'm like, hats off to you, bro. You got this. Okay? Listen, Derek shows up and Derek's like, hey, listen, I get it, coach. I realize community is important. Esther realized community is important. Deborah realized community is important. Pastor Braddock Claire realized community is important. Jamal believes community is important. Listen, guys, we're stronger together. We are stronger together. The third thing that I realize is embracing flexibility and adaptability. Over the past 5 years, I realized this one, and I realized because human beings are creatures of habits, we get locked into a rut. In other words, we start doing something and we want to do it because that's what we've been doing, especially if it's worked before. Especially if it's worked before. But I'm here to tell you, there are times you got to realize what you're doing ain't working and you have to adjust. Flexibility is necessary for effective living. Okay? Adaptability is necessary for effective living. If you don't know how to change, if you don't know how to adjust, if you're not willing to make those necessary adjustments to go to the next level, you will never get to your promised land. That's why you're going to see what I do over the next few months, over the next few years. You're going to realize, boy, Miller really was adaptable. He really made the necessary adjustments to scale this thing. Someone is going to crush it. Why not you? Someone is going to succeed and be phenomenal this next year. Why not you? Now, the question is, here's the deal. Will you take that step of faith to adjust where you've never adjusted before and go where you've never gone before so God can be glorified? I was talking to a potential client a couple of days ago, and I told them, they said, well, are you a pastor? I said, I'm a pastor, I'm an evangelist, I'm a coach, man. Okay? I'm a minister. I'm a servant of the Most High God. I'm really not into titles. I'm really more about serving humanity. So whatever one you want to call me, evangelist, because I like going. Hello, coach, because I love helping walk people through. Pastor, I love serving. I love helping people to connect themselves with God. Minister, hey man, I don't have a problem standing in front of the room and speaking to serve the people, or carrying chairs and setting up a room to serve people. I just know that when it's all said and done, Ricardo wants to leave this world having served it to the fullest. I just want to know that I played my part to the degree that I'm supposed to have played it. And so flexibility and adaptability is necessary for effective living. Start looking at what you've been doing that you may need to make some adjustment to, and then tell yourself, listen, man, if I'm going to go to the next level, I have to make some adjustments. Okay? Next one is number 4. This one is big, guys. The value of self-reflection. The value of self-reflection. Now, this month marks 5 years. We're celebrating effective living 5 years, doing what we've been doing. And so when I think about the value of self-reflection, regular self-reflection allows for continuous improvement. allows for continuous improvement. Taking time to assess your goals, your actions, your outcomes helps to identify what's working and what needs to be adjusted. And that's really what I did the past 3-4 months. I've been looking at, okay, what is it that I've been doing and what do I need to do different and better to get to where I believe God wants me to go? Listen, to become who God's created you to be, you're going to have to do things other people aren't willing to do, because most people are not where God wants them to be. Most people are not willing to make the sacrifice. Most people aren't willing to give themselves to their gifting, to their calling, to maximize their potential. But I'm telling you, you have to take some time to reflect. I want to be my best self. So in order for you to do that, you have to pay attention to not losing yourself in the busyness of this world. There is so much going on and there's so much you could do, and you could still find yourself not feeling fulfilled. You could still find yourself not where you belong. I pray that that's not you. As you're watching this, please know I'm here to serve you. I like serving people, but I promise you, the big part about it is God has assigned someone to help you, but you've got to be willing to do the work. You're going to have to be willing to take no break in regards to playing with your time, because you understand time is valuable. Time wasted is time you'll never have again. So now what you have to do is, even your break and rest and so-called vacations are assigned by God for you to strategically set up yourself for self-reflection, valuing the fact that you should disconnect for a moment to look within and to identify what is it that I may need to change to help me to go to the next level. And last but not least, guys, purpose-driven living. Purpose-driven living. Over this past 5 years, living with purpose is transformational. It's transformative. It's amazing. It changes the game. Let me tell you something. I don't envy anybody. I don't want to be anybody. I want to be me. I want to be all that I can be. Okay? I'm not trying to be anybody but the best version of me. I just want my wife to be proud to know that her husband is living within his purpose. I want my son and my daughter to be proud that their father is living within purpose. I want humanity to look at me and say, boy, that brother is living within his lane. There's a place that I've been given to function within. There's a place that you've been living, that you got to know if this is where I belong, or is there a place that I belong and I need to work towards getting there. I want to help you discover your purpose. I want to be able to inspire your staff. I want to come to your organization and speak and remind people, please don't allow themselves to be a part of the crowd. Be a part of the 1%. Be a part of that rare group of people who have chosen to take control of their lives. A lot of people have a facade. A lot of people look like they got it going on. But I'm grateful for the people who said, Miller, I read your book and I had to become a coaching client. Miller, I've been hearing you on YouTube. I've been seeing you on Facebook. And brother, I had to lean in and become a coaching client. And I'm appreciative of those of you who have platforms, who have churches, who have organizations who have said, Ricardo Miller, you need to come and talk to my staff. You need to come and talk to our church. You need to come and talk to my group. As a matter of fact, somebody reached out and says, hey, can you be the keynote speaker for my family reunion? I say, hey, in this season, it's all about speaking. This is what I do. This is what I do. So I'm going after all that God's called me to do. I'm asking you to continue to pray for effective living. I'm asking you to utilize the service of effective living. If you know somebody's looking for a keynote speaker, tell them Ricardo Miller delivers. If you know somebody who is needing a coach and they're saying, man, I need to figure out my life. I want to make things work in a way where my life belongs to me. Most people don't own their lives. Most people are just going through life, tired, frustrated, and angry for who and what they have done so far. Here's what I know. Nobody's coming to adjust your life for you. You've got to adjust your life. Okay, you've got to adjust to that. You've got to realize if you don't do the work to become the person that you were created to be, you are going to end up on the street called regret. The older you are, the more educated you are, the more experience you have, the more work you're going to have to unlearn, which you should have never learned. The more work you're going to have to do to put in the discipline to break habits that you have become accustomed to. I'm Coach Ricardo Miller. This week, we're celebrating our anniversary. It's Effective Living, 5 years of helping people take control of their lives. Thank you for being a part of the journey. If this is your first time connecting with me, go ahead and get the book. Go to my website, ricardomiller.com, order the book. You said, Miller, I have an event. I know a place where you need to speak. Go to my website, fill out the booking form. It says, we need you to come and show up and deliver. I promise you, I'm going to deliver. That's what I was created to do. So you guys have a great day. Share this with somebody. Somebody needs to know these 5 practical things that I've learned over the past 5 years that we can all apply to our lives. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.